All right, guys. So hopefully everybody is doing well, and I'm going to do the House of Representatives notes today on Congress. So my thought is hopefully at this point you've looked at some of those FRQs and possibly the letter from a Birmingham jail. I would look at those at some point. Now, what I would do for this is I would print out, or you should have, the Unit 5 Congress notes. So I'm going to go over the top on the evolution of Congress and House of Reps with this segment. And then in the next one, I'll do the Senate. What I would do if I was doing this, I would print or just use the blank notes for everything that we go over and copy the notes just so you're able to retain it a little bit better. And then kind of go through this either probably after you take the notes, just so it makes a little bit more sense. Or you could just do this as you do the notes. It doesn't matter. But I would try to handwrite it just because I think you will retain it a little bit better. So I'm going to go in here and try to get this going with my lovely pen and everything that I had set up. So like I said, Unit 5, Congress, we should know some of these things at the top, some things that we already know. The intent of the framers, they did not want all power in one institution. They wanted to protect the states. We know that Congress was bicameral, is structured to be the most powerful branch of government. So this is a fun unit because it is the longest, it is the most tested, and it is the most powerful. You know, we have that House and that Senate, so lots of different things going on with that. We should know that the House was to always represent the people and the Senate to always represent the states. Okay. Congress is slow on purpose. Remember, their main focus is bill making, so they are slow on purpose. AP sometimes asks about this. They describe that as cautious yet deliberate. Okay. So that's how they describe the bill making process. Okay. Let me go back to my pen here. Hopefully this works. The House always typically more diverse. Okay. More members with the 435, more diverse. We'll see more women, more minorities, all of that. Senate, 17th Amendment allows them to be elected by the people. Remember, AP loves this amendment. Okay. Now I'm going to go to the House. Okay. And focus just here on the House of Representatives. Some of this we know. The House is based on population from that Virginia plan of government. Each state has to have one, okay? Every state must be represented. And we have a total of 435. Actually, it keeps growing until they just cut it off at 435. Leadership, there are 3 leaders in the House. There are 3 leaders overall in the Constitution. Speaker of the House is one, VP and President pro tempore are the other 2, but that's in the Senate. So Speaker of the House, only person in the Constitution that is mentioned as far as leadership goes. What we should know about the Speaker is that they are the President of the House. Okay, so most important person in actually all of Congress and definitely in the House. They are the top party leader. So in the past, party would pick the Speaker of the House. They still do. They used to base it on seniority, but not so much anymore. It's just the person has to be of the majority party, which is now Democrat. Okay. The Speaker of the House influences the agenda, assigns people to committees. Okay, so if you're looking at influencing the agenda, very important. You're actually determining what gets done in Congress and in the House, so that's very important. Committee assignments, assigning people to committees, so that's important. You know, you could structure the important committees with more people of your party. They schedule the business of the House, schedule legislation, come up with the party strategy. Ultimately, Speaker of the House is the most important person in the House of Representatives and probably all of Congress. Okay, so that is the Speaker of the House. We know that's Nancy Pelosi right now, and fun times. Majority and minority party leaders. So there's only the Speaker of the House in the House of Representatives. However, they come up with these party leaders. Okay, majority party leader would be the Democratic Party leaders, and minority party leaders would be the Republican Party leaders right now. Either way, both of these party leaders would be the chief spokesperson of the party. Okay, so they are the people that that lead the party. Okay, I know it seems silly, but it is true. Okay, the majority minority party leaders would be like the chief go-to person for that party. Okay, Republicans and Democrats have them in the House and in the Senate too. That's been an AP test question as well, that they're both in the House and Senate. Okay, then under them we have the party whips. Okay. And the whip just assists the party leader, serves as a liaison. Liaison, I believe, is a French term, kind of like a messenger, to serve between the party leader and the party itself, okay? So they kind of serve as a middleman in between the party leader and the party itself. Okay, they get the party to the floor when there's a vote that's important. So the party whips would do that. Okay, but they pretty much just serve as a liaison to help the party leaders. As far as rules in the House of Representatives, what we should know is there are more people in the House with that 435, and there are more rules. Okay, more structure, more rules to follow just because it's bigger, okay, for the most part. I tell my classes usually that when I have bigger classes, I've had big study halls of hundreds of kids in the AP room in the past before we went to more buildings, and you have to have more rules, okay? You just have to have kids follow certain procedures just so it's a little bit more structured because there just are more people. So same kind of thing in the House. More people here, so there are more rules. Okay, hierarchy and leadership is more important, okay, because of that structure, because of more people, more rules. Hierarchy and leadership is more important in the House, okay? As far as makeup, this is going to be who makes up the House of Representatives. Okay, 2018 with that midterm election, the Democrats take the majority. Okay, so now a lot of these benefits, sorry if my husband's notifications are coming up on his iPad. Okay, so the Speaker of the House is going to go to the Democrats, okay? Before it was Republican, was John Boehner, and then went to a couple other people. But the Democrats now have the majority in 2018, and they are able to pick the Speaker of the House. So that's definitely an advantage that the Democrats have right now. We said this earlier, more diversity there, more women, more minorities. We see that change first. A couple reasons. More elections and just more people. So we're able to see a little bit more diversity there, okay? The FRQ you have relates to this a little bit, okay? So keep that in mind. So always a little bit more diverse here in the House of Representatives. We have more elections, more people. We saw a lot of women elected in 2018. Okay, a lot of diversity in 2018. Much more common there, okay, in the House. All right, last two for this section, and then I'll kind of explain a couple other things before I get to the Senate one. But the Senate notes will be on a separate video. Especially because it's hard for me to upload these and it takes time and all of that. All right, so when and how they're elected. Okay, every 2 years by the people. House have always been elected by the people. Remember, this is the group that was to always be representative of the people. Okay, so keep that in mind. Every 2 years in a either general election, which is coming up, or a midterm, which was in 2018. Okay, so every 2 years it goes a general, midterm. Okay, so we saw I'm going to have to go back. 2016 was a general. Midterm, 2018. Okay. Then general, 2020. And then 2022 would be another midterm. I think. I don't know. That I hope is right. Okay. Yeah. All right. They run on their record or how they voted in the past. Okay. On bills, not how they're voting, like in elections like today, because they're voting for themselves and their party. Okay, so how they voted. I voted for this bill, that bill. That's how they run to their, or how they would tell their constituents what they've done in the past to get them to vote for them. Okay, so I know I explained this side now at the top, and then the House here I explained in this video. Okay, hopefully my writing doesn't give you a headache or confuse things. I will be posting these notes just like they are on Teams. So there's a blank copy, there's the notes. I would take a blank copy, write the notes, go through this video, go from there. I also am going to put up there, I haven't yet, but I'm going to tonight with this whole posting of these videos and all that. But questions for Unit 5 on Congress notes. So there's, it says day 1, but you could do this however you would like. Day 1, there's 5 questions just on all of this, okay? So what I would do is print the questions out for Unit 5. That's actually for the whole unit. And you could answer these questions just in the House, just as like a check. And then we'll do, hopefully this works, the Senate in the next video. Okay, but this is hopefully good. It's over 10 minutes. So again, I'd like to meet on Friday at 1 p.m. if you can, and we'll kind of go over whatever questions you have, just touch base, just kind of see each other, do whatever we need to do, and go from there. Okay, so hopefully this is all good and helpful. I hope it is, because it's something I think would help you, but we'll talk on Friday and see how it is. Okay, so there's the notes on the House. I'll go to the Senate in a minute and post these tonight, and you should be good to go. Okay, have a good night.